Join and play today on GeForce Now. What is going on, everybody? It's Project Storm, and today is Thursday, February 23rd, 2023, which also means that it may be the biggest GFN Thursday of all time because, as you can see on your screen, there's been a move. There's been a major move. So let's get right into that, you all. All right. What is going on? As you can see here, we're live at 4K 60 FPS. I am Project Storm, and today I will be streaming you some Atomic Hearts gameplay at 4K 120 FPS. And of course, we're going to recap the official GeForce Now blog as I do each and every week. Now I'm going to let you all stare at the screen for a minute so that it can all sink in if you haven't heard this news by now. We have Nvidia, I rock with them. Microsoft, I rock with them. Xbox, I know a thing or two about them as I have an Xbox Series X and I'm a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. But now these two have joined forces, you all, to deliver something monumental, something that I never thought I'd see in my gaming lifetime. And we're going to get right into it, but first we're going to go back 3 weeks ago to remind you all that it was 3 cheers as GFN Thursday celebrated 3rd anniversary with 25 new games being announced for the month of February. There could be more, all right? I always say give or take. You never know what Nvidia is going to do or which games they're going to onboard, or if a game may be moved back to a further date, all right? So do check out the official blog, you all. This is why I recap it. This is the purpose of the video, is so that you all don't have to worry about it, all right? But 2 weeks ago, we gathered our party as GFN Thursday brought Baldur's Gate 3 to the cloud. And this is a little game that I know a lot about as I've tried it right on the RTX 4080 SuperPods. So you can check that video footage out on the channel after this video is over, all right? Then last week we rose to the cloud as Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak expansion was announced to be coming to GeForce Now in the very near future. And today, a new window in the cloud, Nvidia and Microsoft to bring top PC games to GeForce Now. On top of this, Paris gets RTX 4080 performance, plus get ready for 6 new games, and they are all hiding right up here each and every time I make one of these videos. All right, but first, I would be remiss not to shout out the best cloud community in the history of cloud gaming, all right? That is the GeForce Now community where things happen with G-Sync and Reflex plus Boost, all right? Now moving right down, it says the cloud just got bigger. Nvidia and Microsoft announced this week they're working to bring top PC game studios games to the GeForce Now library, including titles from Bethesda, Mojang Studios, and Activision, pending closure of Microsoft's acquisition. With 6 new games joining the cloud this week for members to stream, it's a jam-packed GFN Thursday. Now, I forgot to tell you all that I'm going to be streaming a little game called Atomic Heart right here. So if you've already left the video, shame on you. You're going to miss what it looks like running at 4K 120 FPS with frame generation and DLSS quality. Okay, so stick around for that, people. Plus, it says Ultimate members can now access cloud-based RTX 4080 class servers in and around Paris, the latest city to light up on the update map. And I'm going to show you all what that map looks like. And I think I dropped it in the description section below, but I do have other links. If I forgot to add this one, I will add it very soon. But do check out the other links because there are things in those links that can help you all out if you have questions about GeForce Now. If you're having issues signing up for GeForce Now or having issues streaming on GeForce Now, do check out the description section below. And while you're at it, hit that red subscribe button and hit that like button, people, because I do this for you all. And I do it because I would be doing it anyway, all right? And I love to do it as well. So as you see right here, RTX 4080 gaming rigs are rolling out to GeForce Now servers around the globe, now upgrading in Paris, all right? Now I have connected to pretty much all of these servers that you see, and I'm located in the Northeast US, all right, way over here. But I have connected to London and Amsterdam and Frankfurt, for fun, so you know I'm going to connect to Paris next, all right, just to see if I can have a playable experience, which most likely I will be able to, you all. But we're going to move on. Let's go back here and continue. It says keep checking GFN Thursday to see which RTX 4080 SuperPod upgrade is completed next. Game on. And this right here is the SuperPod, you all. If you don't know what this is right here, these are the SuperPods that's powering our 4080 experience, you all. And that experience is so great that I can't even put it into words, so I'm not going to try, all right? But moving on, we're going to continue. It says here, Nvidia and Microsoft's 10-year deal to bring the Xbox PC game library to GeForce Now is a major boost for cloud gaming and brings incredible choice to gamers. Now you see how the focus is on gamers overall as well, right? Not just cloud gamers. This is a major move, you all, that will impact the industry, in my opinion, because we know what Xbox games are and we know which ones are coming. And can you imagine a possibility of a game like Hellblade 2? Not guaranteeing it will come because I have no idea. Starfield. I almost said Star Citizen, but that's another game. Starfield, the newest Forza, and more. Can you imagine that future, you all? I can too, and that's why it's very important that we stick around and pay attention each and every GFN Thursday to see which Xbox games are going to be delivered on GeForce Now first. And you know I will be streaming each and every one of them that I can get my paws on the RTX 4080 SuperPod, aka the GFN Ultimate tier. Moving on, it says it's the perfect bow to wrap up GeForce Now's anniversary month, expanding the over 1,500 titles available to stream. Yes, there's over 1,500 titles already on GeForce Now. Add the Xbox library, and we're talking about some serious firepower, you all. Work to bring top PC game franchises and titles to GeForce Now, such as Halo, Minecraft, and Elder Scrolls will begin immediately. Games from Activision like Call of Duty and Overwatch are on the horizon once Microsoft's acquisition of Activision closes. GeForce Now members will be able to stream these titles across their devices with the flexibility and easily switch between underpowered PCs, Macs, Chromebooks, and smartphones and more. Xbox Game Studios PC games available on third-party stores like Steam or Epic Game Store, shout out to them, will be among the first streamed through GeForce Now. The partnership also marks the first games that will be available on the Windows Store, support for which will begin soon. It's an exciting time for all gamers as the partnership will give people more choice and higher performance. Stay tuned to GFN Thursdays for news on the latest Microsoft titles coming to GeForce Now. Ready, set, action. A new week means new GFN Thursday games. Sons of the Forest, the highly anticipated sequel to Forest from End Night Games, places gamers on a cannibal-infested island after crash landing. Survive alone or pair up online with a buddy. Earlier in the week, members started streaming Atomic Heart. Again, that's a game that I will be playing, and here it is right now running on the desktop app because I'm using my desktop PC with an RTX 4090 inside. Yes, I keep it in the family, you all, because Nvidia does major things with ray tracing, okay, and frame generation, and HDR streaming on GeForce Now, and so many other cool features, you all. And shout out to the Nvidia GeForce Now team, who also does amazing things and definitely takes care of its community and its creators, all right? So shout out to each and every one of them. They know who they are. Moving back here. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It says, with the wrap up of GeForce Now's hashtag 3 years of GFN celebrations, members are sharing their winning GeForce Now moments on Twitter and Facebook for a chance to win an MSI ultra-wide gaming monitor, the perfect companion with an ultimate membership. Join the conversation and add your own favorite moments. Now, I've already joined the conversation and I've taken part in this whole thing, and people are seeming to enjoy it, and people are seeming to enjoy the announcement of this partnership that's going to be happening for the next 10 years. It's major, right? So keep your eyes and ears pierced, you all, or peeled, not pierced, but peeled, all right? I'm already thinking about Sons of the Forest because that's a sequel of a game, and I've seen some crazy things in the first game, The Forest, right? Like piercings or whatever, so that's what I was thinking about. But we're gonna move on so I don't get further sidetracked because you all know how I do things. I'm only human, but I'm also a gamer, a cloud gamer at that. Now, up here, you all, we have all of these games that we're gonna be spotlighting today, and the first is Atomic Heart. And as you can see right here, I was surprised to see that this one dropped 2 very positive reviews on Steam, because Steam is a community that does not play around, as you will see. Like if a game is not up to par, they will let you all know. So I do like to highlight the developers and publishers each and every week who bring us these games, because without them, what would we be playing? So shout out to Munfish and publisher Focus Entertainment and For Divinity. All right, this game released on February 20th. I've already played the game on using the RTX 4090, and it was ridiculous at up to 200 and something FPS at 4K, maxed out with frame generation and DLSS, you all. Crazy performance. You can check that out right here on the channel as well, but right now we're talking about GFN and cloud gaming. But it is all in the same family, so you may hear me talk about the family at times, all right? So next up here, we have Blood Bowl 3, okay? Now here's one of these games that the community is, they have their gripes about. So I have not purchased this game, and I may have to wait for a little bit after seeing what the people think. It's mostly negative, as you can see here. Released on February 23rd, 2023, which is today. Developed by Cyanide Studio. I am familiar with them, and shout out to the whole team over there. Published by Nacon. Not sure how to pronounce that. I may have to check that out. All right. Next up, we have Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. This one dropped to mixed reviews overall, released today as well. Developed again by Cyanide Studio, published by Nacon. And here we have Sons of the Forest, all right? And if you don't see these games onboarded on GeForce Now just yet, just know that they're coming. It happens each and every time, you all. This is not an easy process, I would imagine. So sometimes we may have to wait a little bit longer, but it is still GFN Thursday if these games are having issues or anything like that. Nvidia GeForce Now, the whole team will definitely keep us posted. So check out the links in the description below again, so that you can go over to Nvidia customer care if you're having issues or anything like that. And check out Twitter, where you can follow GeForce Now at Nvidia GFN. All right. Now we're gonna move on, and the next game we have here is Ember Knights. Okay, and this game, as you can see, released to overwhelmingly positive reviews overall, and it dropped on April 20th, 2022. Developed by Doom Turtle, published by Twin Cells Interactive, and we're getting close to that Atomic Hearts gameplay that I just promised you all earlier. So let's move on for the last game, and last but not least, we have Cartel Tycoon. 4.3 out of 5 stars on the Epic Game Store. All right, so do check that one out if it's the type of game you would like to try. All right, and here we go. We're gonna shut this down. We're gonna go ahead and make sure I didn't miss anything first. Okay, and here it is right here at Nvidia GFN. Follow GeForce Now. They will always keep you up to date on everything happening in the world of GFN. All right. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and stop this music real quick. And I will point out that I do these live streams, you all, so that I can actually get through them. Because if I start talking to people in the chat, I can tell you right now that I will never finish. Because people care about gaming, they care about cloud gaming, they're interested in GeForce Now. I get questions all the time, such as, Project Storm, how do you change settings for GeForce Now? All right, can you connect to other server locations like I have done right now? I will point this out, you all. It is recommended that you select auto. All right, so whatever your nearest server is, it will automatically detect that. And for me, my actual server, my recommended server is US Northeast, because I'm located like 2 hours away from New York, right? But I'm actually connecting to the Ashburn server, which is US East. All right. So moving on down the list of settings right here, this is how you can connect your accounts like Ubisoft, because I do have Ubisoft Connect, Epic Games, Steam, GOG.com, and EA as well. Those are just some of the ones that I know you can connect. And the reason why you want to do that is so you can bypass the pesky login criteria boxes that you have to put your information into that people just don't seem to like for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, it only takes me about 10 seconds to do it all. But some people, hey, I can't be everybody, right? I have to keep in mind that other people have their own opinions. So if you sync this, you may not have issues logging into your favorite accounts or storefronts. Now we're going to test the network real quick, hitting this button right here. And I'm only going to give you all because I know the opening cutscene of Atomic Hearts is pretty lengthy. So you may not get any gameplay right now in this stream. But as you can see right here, it shows you what GFN recommends you all, and it shows my actual measurements right here, what I got. So my ping is looking pretty good at 9 milliseconds of latency. Excuse me. And we're going to move on to the next section, and that is streaming quality, which is very important. What you want to do here, if you have a, I don't really want to switch this, but I will click on it anyway. If you have a 1080p 240 hertz display, as you can see right here, you're going to get super ridiculous ultra low latency. All right. And I don't have a 240 FPS display, but I do have an 82-inch 8K 60 display that also does 4K 120. All right. But you want to hit custom right here, and you want to jack this up if you want to 75 megabits per second. If you can do this, or if you want the crispiest stream, do not leave it down here, people. All right. Jack that thing up to 75 megabits per second. And we have 4K 120 FPS with adaptive VSync, because that's how I like to rock out when I play. And I do turn it off on certain games. It depends. Like if you see something quirky or whatever, you can always turn that off completely. And I'm going to show you how to do that in game once you have launched the game as well. But reflex, as you can see, is on. I like to turn on plus boost in any game where reflex is available. You just get even lower latency, y'all. So why not do it? Then HDR is a new feature that came in the Ultimate Tier release. And I have made streams in HDR as well. They're right here on the channel. Check them out. And adjust for poor network conditions. I keep that on so it can show me if I'm having issues real time while I'm streaming to the people. Then resolution upscaling, and we're about to get into that gameplay, but I keep that on enhanced. And a lot of people don't know about these settings, right? They ask me all the time. I'm telling you all. That's why I highlight it for you. And then you can go down to in-game graphic settings, which is a perk exclusively for Ultimate members. So do consider signing up today, you all, to take advantage of the 4080 super pods that blow my mind each and every day. And then Discord rich presence, you can turn that on so people can see when you're live on GeForce Now. And I almost forgot, this is where you can see if you have the latest update, and I believe that we're still on 2.0.48. So you definitely want to check this out, because sometimes I have had issues and where the app did not properly update, and I had to troubleshoot or reinstall the app and things like that to get the latest update. But GFN will always let you know when a new update is available. And you can also go to the updates and release highlights page, and I have this in the description section below. I'm running out of words. I can't talk, y'all. Let's get into the gameplay. Now this right here is going to be from a cold start, so to speak, all right? But we don't have to worry about downloading the game. I just purchased the game, and all I had to do is hit the play button because Steam is already synced, remember? So let's hit play, see what happens. And this is right here, a real-time depiction of how long it takes for these games to start, for you to get into the game. And as you can see, it already found Steam. It connected to my Steam account. No sign-in process after the actual launch of the game, right? Same thing with Ubisoft. I know a lot of times you have to put your information in. If you change servers or something like that, like if you're trying to seek 4080s in Paris or whatever, like I tend to do, then you may have to put that information in once again. But right now, I don't have to worry about that because I'm already synced. Next, we're going to hit Control+G as the loading screen is happening. And we're going to hit the settings cog right here. We're going to hit gameplay. And then here are the same settings that I just showed you all earlier. And you can definitely turn off VSync while the game is launched. So moving right along, we're going to now hit, and this is where you can go to do some cool things like the heads up display. People always ask me, Storm, how do you position your heads up display? How do you even turn that on? I would like to see how many FPS I'm getting on GFN Ultimate. And it's right here, people. And this is why I go through this each and every time. Connection status, I turn this on. Okay. So we're going to leave it on upper right for right now and see if it gets in the way in actual gameplay. Okay. Now, next, we're going to close this and we're going to hit Control+N. And this right here is the extended overlay, as I call it, that shows you that you're actually using an RTX 4080 SuperPod. All right. And as I have some connection issues going on because my ISP is upgrading in my area, and hopefully they're upgrading to 10 gigabit per second internet speed, because I am going to jump on that if the price is right. Okay, so if you see like frame loss, packet loss, that does not happen every time. But again, they are having issues or they're upgrading in my area. Now, I'm not going to go through everything, but you can see it on the screen right there. I'm connected via Ethernet playing on a desktop PC app, and we're going to launch this game. Okay. And this is one example of why I don't like to go live, because imagine me trying to get through the blog recap and everything else that I did earlier. All right. While playing the game and talking to people. Okay. We're going to hit Control+N again. Boom. Going to go into options. As you can see, Windows full screen. I have not even booted the game up. I have not tried it on GFN. This will be the first time, and you're going to catch it live. VSync on. We're going to turn that off so we can maximize the FPS. We're going to put this on 300. I know with the 4090, I was able to hit 300 at times in like tight corridors, just for brief moments, but I was averaging about maybe I would say an average about 160 FPS overall. I could be wrong though. But 4K resolution, quality, atomic. Why not? We're talking 4080 SuperPods. Depth of field, we're going to turn that off because I don't like for anything to be blurred out in my streams. But you can do whatever you want. DLS super resolution, you all, we're going to put this on quality. All right. Frame generation, we're going to put it on. And Nvidia Reflex, there's no option plus boost right now, but I'm not disappointed because I know how this game feels and I know how the 4080 SuperPod performs. And I'm not sure why boost is not included right there, but maybe I'll find out. And then we have other settings, but here you are maxed out pretty much. Okay. SSD. Remember, the SuperPods contain SSDs, CPUs that are fast enough. And I know you all want to know what the CPUs are. I do too. But I'm not going to cry about it because I'm going to show you the type of performance you can get regardless of the CPU, right? Next, let's back up, hit apply, and then it says double. It tells you exactly what frame generation does, and you do need a 40 series card. So you know you're getting the equivalent of a 4080 in the cloud. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and restart, because we want everything to be saved properly. And then I'm going to jump into a little bit of this. I may not even show you all the entire first sequence because this video will be super long. All right. So let's jump back in. Let's see if it needs to wrap up previous session. Yes, it does. And remember, because I just closed out of everything, look how quickly I got back in though. This is the, I noticed this about the ultimate tier, that when you have to do a restart or something like that, it seems like I'm able to get right back into my game much quicker. It could be me. I don't know. But I'm telling you all, this is some impressive stuff, and GFN is always upgrading you all. Each and every month, it seems like they're doing something like that's very noticeable to these servers or to this experience. Now, Again, we're going to hit Control+N. At the very bottom, you can see that I'm connected to US East. And here we go. Hopefully all settings are saved, and they should be. And this game, I know a lot of people have been saying that people have been giving it mixed reviews, but that's going to be with a lot of games. Like sometimes if games are similar, like I know some people think the game is similar to BioShock Infinite. And in the beginning, you can see why they drew that conclusion. I don't really care about all that stuff. What I care about is how the game performs. Am I having a great experience? And things like that. Now, we want to go down and make sure everything is set up. I have already done the shader optimization and things like that. But let's see how everything feels as we launch a new game. Okay. I want to take this time as well to check my desktop to make sure that I'm on 120 hertz. So let's go back to display. And I'm playing on the 82-inch Samsung Q800T that does 8K 60. As you can see right here, recommended. All right, and I do make 8K videos as well sometimes. But here we go, 120 hertz, 4K. All right, we're good. That's how I like to do it, you all. You want to take advantage of the highest refresh rates that you can possibly get on your display. So don't try to jump out here and play these games while your display is set to 30 FPS or 30 hertz, because you're going to have a sluggish experience each and every time. So go into your settings, make sure that you crank that thing all the way up to the highest that your display can do.
Will we make it for the speech?
We've got plenty of time. We can even go on rides afterwards.
All right. The game is very beautiful. I'm not even sure if I can skip this right now, but we're gonna try. Nope, not gonna let me skip it.
Leading scientists from all the other Soviet republics live here, including the German SSR.
I've been waiting for this game because I knew there was something about the animations that I liked when I first saw the first trailer of the gameplay, or what the game would be like. And I was like amazed by the animations and how fluid they were. And I was definitely right, because I'm telling you, during combat, everything feels super duper responsive. I know that on the 4090, everything is just perfect, right? So it shouldn't be too far off, because you're talking about 4080 level power. So this is not actual, this is, opening sequence. This is all in game. But I want to get on the ground running to see what the FPS counter does. Right now we're hovering at up to 157. As you can see on the very right hand side, you can see that my internet is, my ping is pretty good. Normally I get between 7 to 19 milliseconds of latency on my Northeast US server. But right now this is not too shabby, you all. And it feels super responsive using the mouse right now. Man. All right, let me out, let me out.
They're going haywire. What the hell did you do to them?
They've been like that all day. Number 3 is booked. I need these houses painted.
I really, and another thing I don't like to do is spoil anything for you all. So if you come to my streams, I mean, if I do spoil anything, I'm sorry, I apologize. A lot of times I like to pick up right where I left off in these games. So if it's something that you've never seen, back out. Come back to it later, fast forward a little bit, skip through it, whatever you have to do, but I don't want to ever spoil the experiences for you all. But again, we're talking about GeForce NOW, Xbox games coming to GeForce NOW. So, just to think that I'll be streaming Forza Horizon 5 and other Xbox games on GFN using this RTX 4080 SuperPod that you can see is delivering some crucial performance right now.
It's growing on me. I'd expect nothing less.
That's crazy.
I designed the device myself. Be careful with it now. It It's more important than you might think.
Yes, Dr. Sechenov. I'll keep it safe.
Report to the lab to complete your
And when I do these streams, I don't like to talk over the game. I like to pay attention and enjoy the experience. So I do a lot of no commentary videos just to let you all know. So if you come back to the channel and I'm not engaging in commentary or anything like that, I will still engage with the chat because I have my streaming PC right next to me so I can use that keyboard to type and communicate with you all.
You've been ordered to the laboratory, Comrade Major. There's a turbine waiting for you at the airway.
Sometimes I will add commentary though, especially when I'm super
I'm
hyped.
pleased to hear you don't have any questions, for once.
You dickhead.
All right. I saw that FPS counter jump up to 174, 178 real quick. Let's see, boots on ground. Do I have on boots? Shoes on ground, whatever you want to say. 176, I just saw it up there, you all. And I do watch the FPS counter because that's what PC enthusiasts or wannabe enthusiasts like myself, that's what we do.
Because it's not constantly trying to give me unsolicited advice.
Okay. Nice and buttery. Feels like my 4090. I'm telling you all right now, it is very responsive. And I'm already smiling from ear to ear, which tends to happen when I'm having a great experience, y'all.
Good day, comrade. Come closer.
It's high-level stuff.
Would you like a thought device? It's high time you got one.
Now, we're going to go ahead and pass on the thought device right now. So let's go ahead and hit skip. We're going to hit Q to exit.
I'm all set.
Okay. Let's run along real quick. This is live gameplay, you all. No shenanigans. We're talking about actual live gameplay. As you can see, I'm on my desktop. I've already showed you the app, and there it is right there running the game. Bang. Wow. No noticeable hiccups right now. And remember, my connection is not optimal because it's an issue with my ISP upgrading and everything in my area right now.
Comrade.
Oh, why did I do that? We're going to go ahead and skip past this.
I'm here to help.
No,
All
thanks,
right.
no thanks. I'm all set.
But it's buttery smooth, okay? Buttery smooth. Nice shadows. Nice details. Everything is available for me to have a high quality experience. So we're gonna go ahead and stop it right here. I don't want the video to be 40 minutes long or longer. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This right here is shaping up to be a top-notch experience, you all. And just to think about, if Game Pass ever comes, where you can link Game Pass and GFN and stream that library of games or Xbox PC games that's in Game Pass or whatever, using GFN Ultimate and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Imagine that day, you all. That's how we're going to end the stream. Imagining that day. Until next time, there's three things as always, you all, I need you all to do, and that's keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming. I'm going to get lost into this one right here. And more games. There's so many games I could stream. Let's just shut this down real quick. There's over 1,500 games, you all, that I can stream, and these are some of the latest ones that I've been playing. Destiny 2 Lightfall is coming out soon. I've been playing Assetto Corsa with the controller on GeForce NOW, having a great experience. Far Cry 6 with HDR, okay, and DXR and features like that. Maxed out and having a smooth, playable experience, right? Okay. The Settlers is a game that I haven't been able to try yet, but Splitgate. Up to 300 FPS at 4K on GFN and 4080 SuperPods, or the ultimate tier. All right, Cyberpunk, HDR. I mean, maxed out, 4K, 100 FPS or higher, with DLSS on, you all. It's just crazy, crazy, right? The list goes on and on and on and on and on, right? So there's a lot of games that millions of people enjoy on GeForce NOW, and I'm just gonna leave it at that, all right? There's a few, and I've already beaten a few recently, like God of War, like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, right here on GeForce NOW, like A Plague Tale Innocence, and I've already started Requiem, and it's amazing. The Battlefields, the Apex Legend new season, new update, and all that stuff. Midnight Suns, everything is there. Portal with RTX, the list goes on, and Fortnite with the newest updates with nanite and what is it called? It's global illumination and things like that. The Unreal Engine 5. It's so many, it's just so much to talk about. That's why I can't talk half the time. Hitman 3, World of Assassination. People, I'm out of here. I think you all get the point. I appreciate you all. Remember to stop by again. Tell friends about this. We will be doing this every Thursday. Every GFN Thursday. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out.